Hi everyone. So this is going to be our review for rectangles. So you should be doing this. You should be watching this video and the parallelograms video in the same day, as you are going to be tested on both of them in the same day. And the tests are really short, so that's why we're going to do two together. The next two will be separate. Okay. So let's just quickly review some things we can label in a rectangle. So if I draw a little rectangle over here with the diagonals drawn, something I can label on a rectangle is that these are vertical angles. Right off the bat, I can label those. These are right angles. So these are all equal to 90 in the corners. The opposite sides are congruent, so I can label that. I can also tell you that all of these triangles, there's 4 triangles in this picture, here, 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 here. All triangles are isosceles. Okay, which you guys should know, an isosceles triangle, 2 sides are equal, base angles are equal. Okay, so if this is 6, then this is 6. Okay, if this angle is 30, then this angle is 30. Okay, and then we could find the last angle by knowing that they all add to 180. So those are just some quick things we can label here. That tells us a lot about our picture, though, because that tells us that if this is an isosceles, this angle is congruent to that one. This is congruent to that. This is congruent to that. That's congruent to that. It also tells us about something about the sides. It tells us these sides are congruent. Okay. It also tells us that these sides are congruent. So it tells us a lot. Okay. So basically all 4 of these are equal to each other, which means our diagonals are equal. Okay, that's important as well. So now with that information, let's go ahead and jog up a picture here. So if I say that this is 15, that means this side would also be 15. Okay. Same thing with these sides. If I said this was 12, this would also be 12. Okay. Now, something else important is if I said this was 30 degrees, this would also be 30 degrees. If I know that this is 30 degrees, I can find both of these base angles, okay? Because I should know that these are the same, and these are the same as well. So if I know that those base angles are the same, I can do 180 minus 30 to get 150. And then I can just divide 150 by 2 to get those 2 equal angles. 150 divided by 2 would give me 75. Okay. And that means that both of these base angles are 75. Okay. So that's one quick way you could find some angles here. Something else that can be a little tricky is if I said this whole diagonal CE is 14. And I want to know what's FG. FG is this piece here. So FG is only half of a diagonal. It's not the whole thing. So if this whole thing's 14, we should know that this whole thing is also 14. Okay. If this whole thing is also 14, we should know half of it would be 7. Okay. So it's just important to know these 2 diagonals are equal. Something else you could see here, and I'll start with a different picture, is if I tell you that this is 8, you can tell me so many different things from knowing that FG is 8. So first off, if FG is 8, then all of these pieces of the diagonals are 8. Okay, then you also know what the full diagonal. So if I asked for CE, which is a full diagonal, you would know that that's 16. So all of these pieces of the diagonal, all these halves should be congruent. Okay. Something else you could do here is if I told you that angle C is 2x plus 10. Okay. You should be able to find x, sorry, and it's blocked a little. if I tell you angle C is 2x plus 10, you should be able to find x for me because each corner is equal to 90 degrees. So I can take 2x plus 10, set it equal to 90. Do some math out here. That gives me 80. So that means x would be 40. Okay, so these are just some quick ways that they may ask you some questions here, okay? So hopefully this was a good review on rectangles for you. If you have any other questions or concerns, please make sure you come on my video call. You can come anytime between 11 and 12. You can come for 2 minutes. You can come for 20. It does not matter. Just please make sure that you are reaching out if you need help because you cannot revise these. You're taking them once, okay? So please make sure that you are ready before you click start. All right. Have a great day, guys.